Welcome to TBR Together. I'm Megan. This is Jake. This is episode 22?
21.
21?
What's 9 plus 10?
Not 21.
Jesus Christ.
19? It's 19.
No, it's 21.
I have no idea what that is. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's embarrassing.
I thought that 21 thing was from SpongeBob.
No, that's 25.
Oh, my bad. I didn't watch that either. I didn't watch SpongeBob as a child.
For how much you are on the internet in general, I'm surprised you've never seen 21.
I think so.
That's wild. Truly. Okay, so here we are. Another week.
Another book.
Another book. For me, it was like another 6 books.
I know. Well, yeah, what are you reading this week?
Right now, The Wastelands. So I've had that one from the library this entire time. That's the 3rd book of the Dark Tower. In between there, Game Changer, as I can get it from the library. Which, fun theory, I sent it to you on TikTok. We're going to have to watch that after.
Okay.
I didn't mention it as we watched the episode, but the episode of Hannah.
Scott Hannah.
Scott Hannah.
Scott Hannah.
Oh, fuck Hannah. Oh, fuck Hannah. On...
Oh, clip that, chat. Chat, clip that.
Craig, clip that. You need to listen to the book just so you can get that whole experience. That is just the worst accent. But on that episode of Heated Rivalry, so I saw this video today where they had people from Dropout were on The Rookie, right? Mm-hmm. They were on The Rookie. Brennan Lee Mulligan was on an episode of Ted.
Yes.
And then they did Dimension 20 on a bus.
Okay.
Right. So this person has a theory. I think it's only this one person, and that's fine with me.
You know what?
This one person, they say that they think in this, because after all that stuff came out, then we got a trailer for the next season of Game Changers starting. Mm-hmm. Right. So Game Changers is the one where they do all the crazy shit.
Right. Not like, didn't somebody like run for office or something because of something they got challenged on Game Changer?
I don't think so.
Oh.
But so somebody thinks that this season there's an episode with Vic, who does Very Important People.
Yeah.
And then Brennan and Katie, I think is her name, that does she's the Dragon Master of Dimension 20 on a bus.
The one that like
She has the hair. Yeah, that one. So they think that there's an episode of Game Changer where all 3 of them have to attempt to get the highest rated episode on another person's show. So they think that's why like all of that's going about. And then for some reason, I don't really know how it plays into it, but in the episode of Scott Hannah, when he walks into the juice shop, there's a tapestry on the wall that looks exactly like the Game Changer logo. And that story is from a book called Game Changer.
So what does that mean?
I have no fucking idea. I don't know how that part plays into it, because that was just a comment in the comment section of that video.
Oh.
But that reminded me, because I was like, as I was watching that episode, I was like, oh yeah, that looks very... It's the one where he decides to stay and he sits in the corner and Scott Hunter stares at Kip. It's where he tries to find an excuse to stay at the juice shop instead of leaving. It's the third. Smoothie he gets.
He's gonna check his emails.
Yeah, read his emails.
Yeah. That's what Scott Hunter needs to be doing.
In that moment, the hottest man in the league needs to check his emails.
At a juice shop
at a smoothie shop in New York. Yeah. Yes. So I've listened to 4 of those books. The first 3 have the same narrator. The first one, he does a god-awful, just terrible fucking job.
Just with the Brooklyn accent, right?
Worst Brooklyn accent ever. But that is half of the story.
That's
because
true.
Kip is the one of 2 men who talk in the entire book.
That's true.
Oh, it was terrible. So bad. Kip in the show, fantastic. Love that man.
Yeah.
His back muscles were insane.
Yes.
Book 2, he kind of comes back a little bit. He does a little bit better with Ilya Roznov. Not great Russian accent. Kind of strays away into some inappropriate territory at a certain point.
That reminds me.
What?
Mandy was telling me today that the actor that plays Ilya in the show,
Connor Story.
yeah, he learned how to do that. First of all, he doesn't speak fluent Russian at all. He learned how to do that in 3 weeks.
Uh-huh.
That is insane.
It's their literal job.
You could pay me, and I still don't think I could figure that out. But he had
It's his literal job.
yeah.
And he had a dialect coach?
Yeah, she was telling me that somebody came up to him in the street and started talking to him in Russian because she was so excited, and he had to be like, "Oh, I don't know what you're saying. I'm so sorry." And she was like visibly so sad. She's like, "But your Russian is so good." And he's like, "Yeah, I had a coach. They were with me the whole time."
Yeah, so he gets paid to learn these things.
That's true.
And then the dialect coach that taught him how to do those things, guess what? They also get paid to do that.
Well, I just thought that was crazy still.
It's
like
their
3
job.
weeks to. That's more than Duolingo. I'm just saying, like, he did a really good job. He did such a good job. You could have told me that man was Russian. I would have wholeheartedly believed it.
Have you heard him speak his normal voice?
Yeah, it really threw me off.
It's really jarring after
It
just
is
hearing him speak in
jarring.
Russian because his voice isn't that deep.
No, he definitely makes
not
it
at
like
all.
a little gruffer for the show.
Well, it's normal for Russian.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Which I
and
don't know.
that's what we also said that, like,
Have you seen the Russian guy on TikTok that crochets?
no, but I feel like I should. The
I love that
algorithm
guy.
should have brought that man.
I love that guy. He's making granny squares. I feel like I've sent it to you.
Oh.
He's pretty cool.
Yeah, but we were saying that, like, no matter what you say, like, his whole monologue in Russian that he does is, like, so heartbreakingly sweet, but, like, it still sounds kind of angry because, like,
Because it's Russian, yeah.
Russian and German just, like, sound, no matter how sweet what it is that you're saying, it just kind of sounds, like, aggressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that part of that's the only thing that they didn't pull directly from the book, basically. They had to, they made that monologue for
Yeah.
him for the show. That situation happens, but they don't actually have a full...
You don't know what he
Script.
says.
Yeah. He just kind of says, like, oh, yes, I love you. In a roundabout way.
Yeah.
Just not directly to him.
So sweet.
But yeah, been reading a lot of gay hockey romance.
The third one's about the bear man. The
big hairy guy with the weird cock.
And
Yeah. They describe how weird his dick is multiple times.
I don't doubt that.
And his little twink of a boy.
It's like his former best friend or something, right?
Oh, his parents housed him during his junior league years, playing in Toronto. So he knew Fabian growing up.
So yeah, they're like
And he used to
childhood
live with
friends. Yeah.
Oh no, they were childhood where we sleep in separate rooms and masturbate thinking about each other, friends.
So somewhere between friends and enemies. I don't really know what that would be.
Depends on how mad you are when you start jorking it, I guess. I don't know.
And that's the third one. And then the fourth one is about
The fourth one is a bisexual king figuring out how to live his life.
with the bartender. That's
With the bartender, Kyle, they start to have educational sex where he teaches him how to masturbate in front of a man and then how to play with a hole and then
I cannot wait to read these.
how to put it in.
The way that you describe them,
suck it.
I just can't wait to see the difference between like.
I'm
your
telling you
description-
word for word what happens in
That's
these
what I'm
books.
saying. That's what I'm saying. I think that you are telling me.
You are
word
getting
for
the
word.
most accurate description you could possibly get without reading the books.
I feel like I have read them with how detailed you are
Exactly.
sometimes.
Yeah. And I've only told you about like a quarter of the sex. They fuck so much.
Oh,
Well, the third and the fourth one, there's a little more of a slow burn. They kind of work their way into it. I think the first one, I swear to God, it's within 20 minutes they start fucking.
yeah, you got to get the reader
and
hooked in there quick.
Same thing with Heated Rivalry, obviously.
I feel like the show
They're-
was like that too.
Yeah, they're that shower scene's like pretty quick. It's just like boom, here's my
No,
dick.
before rookie year. It was before.
Yeah, the summer before.
The summer before.
But yeah, Ilya's even better in the books. Like the whole character arc on the show is fantastic, but like, he's even better in the book.
I love that for him.
But yeah, so I read all those. Now I'm on the third book of the Dark Tower.
Are you reading the Dark Tower to like really get in one with your D&D character?
I've realized that Giddy is like he's night and day sometimes compared to old Roland. There's a lot
Roland's more steady, or like because Roland's more chaotic?
In most things, Roland is very steady, but there's also a lot of things where it's like, oh yeah, okay. Now, because it's been 6 years since I've read these or listened to them at all. So, but like getting all the little details, it's basically the same person, just not as psychotic. Like I'm definitely more psychotic and
Unhinged.
Yeah, and talking outside of your mouth quite a bit more than Roland does. He's more
he is edited.
Man. What?
I mean, he is a character that was probably read over and edited, and
this is Stephen King and his coke years.
Maybe not.
What do you?
Well, I thought Stephen King and his coke years still had an editor that probably.
Yeah, but you've never read any of his coke years.
No, I haven't.
You've only read his sober and I'm old living in Maine years.
And I have no notes.
Exactly. Now imagine that times 9,000. And then forget everything you thought and then read the book because none of it's right.
All right.
So, yeah, we just ran into the Gasher Man again, and then he's going to go, the Gasher Man, and he's going to take us to the TikTok Man, who is who's been flying a Nazi plane. They just stole Jake. So I don't think that they get on Blaine the Mono until the beginning of book 4.
That's the train, right?
Yeah, that's the train.
That's where you meet Oi?
Blaine is a pain. No, we already have Oi.
Oh, okay.
Oi. I love Oi. Oi's my favorite.
I know he is.
Oi. No, he's already there, so we already have Oi. We get to... They ride Blaine, and they do a bunch of riddles, but I thought that was like book 3. But I think that's at the beginning of book 4. And then once they kill the computer of Blaine, I think that's when they start... Because most of book 4 is Roland's life growing up. He tells his backstory in book 4.
I feel like book 1 was a lot of his backstory. There's more?
No, book 1's not backstory at all.
I don't know.
1 is exactly what is happening in that time. Like, he might be thinking of a few things here and there. I guess he does talk about his trial day, but that's like really... He talks about Cuthbert and Elaine a bit. But, I mean...
Well, I didn't finish it, so maybe that was just the part I got to.
I know you didn't.
I am working on it. It took it away from me.
Okay. The narrator for book 1's also trash because Stephen King did some rewrites at a certain point, and the Frank Muller, the original narrator, at whatever point Stephen King did the rewrites, Frank Muller had gotten into a car accident and had a traumatic brain injury, and he could no longer speak. So when he did the rewrites and redid the audiobook, they could not get Frank Muller back to do it.
Yeah.
So they had to go with George Guidell, who he would have a very good voice, but compared to Frank Muller for the series, not good. So he's a bit boring for that first book. Yeah, I mean, there's a little backstory there, but the bulk of his backstory is in Wizard and Glass. So I think he must... I don't remember the exact timeline because I've been so fucking confused, but that's the whole point. Is a wheel. So yeah, we'll figure it out. I don't know. They're gonna get on the train at some point. I'm 70% in. They're not on the train yet, so they haven't even found Blaine. So I think they find him at the end of this book and then get on him at the beginning of book 4, because book 4 is like 30 hours. Book 4 is the longest, aside from the last one. So yeah, there we are. What are you reading?
I'm reading Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Yeah.
I did the first 2 books.
And what's the name of the second book?
It's Doomsday Scenario.
So what's the name of the third book?
The Anarchist Cookbook or something.
The Dungeon Anarchist Cookbook.
I was
Yes.
supposed to.
Good job. I'm just surprised you even remembered at all.
Well, because you made a point to like bring up the name of the second one when we were talking about it the other night. And then I was like, oh, well, yeah, I'm not going to spoil it, but like his Doomsday Scenario is an achievement that he gets. So I was like, oh, well, that makes sense that that's the name.
All the names of the books have something to do with
With-
what is happening in the book. It's not just some random title for fun. It's usually a pretty
Big
important part of the story.
Yeah,
That's why he chooses it as the name of the book.
That's fair. Yeah. So I will probably start the third one this weekend. And,
Oh, you hadn't started it yet. So what were you listening to today then?
Funny story.
Oh, I figured you were just refreshing a little bit. Well, you had it on the other night and you fell asleep to it. So I heard it when I got home.
I just restarted it this morning. I just went back. I've been bookmarking like where I play it at night because I do. Julia Whalen could just narrate me to sleep every day. It is weird though when she pops up on my TikToks. I'm like, girl, I'm not used to seeing your face while you're in my ears, which is a very aggressive statement, I now realize. But
a little bit. I've never seen her before. I see a lot of narrators pop up doing lives, but I've never.
She doesn't do a lot of lives. I saw her because she had gotten on TikTok a couple months ago talking about how it's not very often that she is narrating a book and that book like blows her away because she reads so many good books and like she's a phenomenal narrator, so she's kind of at the point where she gets to like work with the top authors if she wants, especially in like the romance genre. And she had gotten on and was telling people that like she was reading this book and she couldn't wait for it to come out and she was so excited to tell everyone, so she just got back on because whatever book it was just released this Tuesday, so she was on, and that's when I saw her like she stitched herself and was talking about the book, and she's like, everybody should read it. And I was like, Julia Whalen, if you narrate it, I'll probably read it. So I didn't even look and see what book it was. I should do that. But I have so many books right now that I'm like, I can't have one more on my list. It'll stress me out.
Yeah.
So. But it's really weird to see her face because I've listened to her so much.
Yeah, it's quite literally, I don't think I've ever seen her face. There are people I see pop up narrator-wise for the women that I feel like I've recognized their voice, but I don't know them by name.
Yeah, I don't know. I see the one a lot. I don't know what her name is, but I see her a lot doing lives, and she narrates a couple Abby Jimenez books, and every time she talks, I'm like, oh, I know you, but I don't remember what her name is.
There's one woman that's like really close to her camera all the time. And then she talks like, it looks like she's like leaning into the mic, just like talking out the bottom of her mouth. She has a really good voice, but it's like she's leaning in. I saw a dude the one day, he had the pop filter on his mic, so his mic was like high up, and he's sitting back here, and then he'd like talk underneath, and like, he's like craning his neck. I'm like, bro,
Hey,
just fucking sit back, dude.
Maybe they know something we don't know.
Well, he was like doing like this heavy country accent, so I don't know if that was getting him into it.
Yeah, maybe they just got to get in
When
character.
I ride my horse.
You know what? I don't care how they do it as long as it sounds good. I support them.
I guess.
100%, 100%.
All right, so segue into that. Funny story, huh?
Yeah, this is my favorite book.
It's the funniest story ever.
I mean, it's a tough one because I do also think, like, this is probably my favorite romance. I don't know if it's my favorite book ever, but it's definitely my favorite romance novel. But
I think at this point I would say the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just love
Well, except maybe for heated rivalry. Oh fuck, Hannah.
Okay.
Oh fuck.
Stop.
Oh fuck, Hannah.
All right, so do you want to lead us? Because I get so excited about this book. Do you want to Started a book club on Fable. If anybody listening would like to join, it's TV
Yeah, you
art
gotta
together.
pull up your things.
Yeah, I just don't know. Of course, I lost my phone.
Excuse
I
me,
just
so,
wrote little comments as I read it. So
yeah.
I'm just gonna pull those up.
So like the fact that their two significant others are named Peter and Petra. That's just god awful in general. Like you just know immediately as soon as you hear those names that they are going to be the evil little couple that's going to do anything they can to nitpick and be little cunts.
I will say Peter Kaminsky did kind of ruin that for me because I do trust a man named Peter now, but
I don't know what that means.
it's from To All the Boys I Loved Before. It's the other Jenny Han series that was criminally underfunded compared to Summer I Turned Pretty, but that's neither here nor there.
Okay.
I have seen a lot of people do memes about this particular Emily Henry book because they'll be like, best friends to lovers trope, love it. And then it's like, funny story, best friends to lovers trope, absolutely fucking hate it. Because they would be the
they were
the
best friends because they were on the opposite side.
Yes.
Yeah, because you're not meant to like them. So that's I can understand that.
Yeah, so I see that one a lot.
That's one of those things, like brother's girlfriend and brother's best friend's girlfriend, and
brother's best friend's girlfriend.
I don't know. I don't remember what that was, but yeah. So then we've got what the fuck was her name? Daphne. Is this the one that? What's the one that Bridgerton lady's in? What is hers?
She's gonna be in Beach Read.
Beach Read,
which
that's
is
what it
really
is.
hard. I'm super stoked that she's gonna be in Beach Read because I love her.
I didn't think it was this one
she-
because the name was Daphne.
She
so
was the one that I wanted for Funny Story. Like I thought she would be a phenomenal Daphne. Like I know that she was Daphne in Bridgerton, but I did feel like that is who I always pictured when reading this book. So this time around, I was trying to recast her in my mind because I'm like, she can't be Daphne now because she's in the Emily Henry universe.
So who do you see Miles as then?
So this is really tough for me because a lot of people think or really, really want Dylan O'Brien. He is the number one fan cast, or
I guess
Logan
hate
Lerman.
Lerman.
I
hate fan casts because people are like, oh, let me cast all these A tier people. You're not going to see any of them in these books and movies.
I mean, I will say Dylan O'Brien has been specifically asked about this one because he is fan casted so hard, and he was like, if I was approached for this storyline, I would 100% do it. Now, he might just be lying to get fans all riled up, but I will say, Netflix does own this, and I don't know that Dylan O'Brien's been in a lot lately. I feel like this doesn't.
Why do you think that matters?
Because, they need to work.
You think Dylan O'Brien needs to work right now? You think he really needs it that bad? Yes. That he needs to do a Netflix romance?
That Maze Runner money's running out.
Whoever said he was in Maze Runner?
Is he not the main?
That's the other guy.
No, it's not.
He's in Percy Jackson.
No, he is not.
No,
he's not. Do not fuck with me right now. I know you're lying. I can see it in your eyes.
It's Will Poulter that's in the Maze Runner.
You are. Yes, he. I thought I heard the baby. Yes, he is in Maze Runner.
You might have.
He is in Maze Runner, but Dylan O'Brien is the main person in Maze Runner. I will Google this right now because I know that I'm right, and I know you're just goading me. You're just, as the kids would say, you're rage baiting me right now. I don't appreciate it. Yeah.
Wouldn't.
Yes, you are. I can see it in your face.
What?
Dylan O'Brien is in Maze Runner. Get the fuck out of here. He's also in Teen Wolf. Pretty sure.
That's Ty Sheridan.
Anyway, so Dylan O'Brien is the big pick for Miles.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get him.
Well, a girl can dream. I was picturing the Duke of Hastings though as Peter. Because he
feels British.
They make a couple comments about how Peter is so attractive. He's movie star. You're just part of his charm is how attractive he is. And I was I feel like that. How do you say his name? Is it Ray J?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, I feel
John?
he is a really good embodiment of that. He is, as soon as he starts talking, he is just so charming that you're I felt like he would match that vibe really well. Um, I felt like Hannah Dodd for I don't know, I was just like really pulling Bridgerton names. I think she's now too big. I think if it wasn't her Bridgerton season next, she would be a really good Petra cuz she's so gorgeous. Um but I also picture like a Gigi Hadid, which I know Gigi Hadid doesn't act, but like that's like the vibe I get. Somebody that's just like absolutely stunning but feels really nice. So that's who I pictured in my mind. I know that I wouldn't want her in a movie because I don't think she can act, but like that level of stunning, that's who I picture as Petra. It was really hard for me because I'm trying to think who I told Brooke for, because I was texting her new people the other day.
What, for Daphne?
Yeah.
For Miles, I was thinking the nerdy white guy from Step Up.
Oh, see, I was also like toying around the idea of the guy that played the Russian in Heated Rivalry. I think that he would make a really good Miles. Like, I just don't know that he would
He
do
would
it.
just need a beard.
Yeah. But I thought the Tiny Jane from the Bold Type because she's not super famous. I felt like she would be good, and like Daphne like makes jokes about how like she's kind of shorter, and like she's just this little ball of rage sometimes. So I thought that would be a good one.
No, she'd be good. Yeah, that's a good one.
And then I
I
also
could see that.
or I said Maud, the
Apatow.
yeah Leslie Mann's daughter. I thought that she would. She gives off like kind of a librarian vibe. I feel like I don't know how she would be in a romance, but like I remember there was a point in Euphoria where like her and the drug dealer in the show, like theirs was the only plot line I cared about. They had really great chemistry.
Well,
And I
yeah,
was like,
the only reason to watch that show was for Fez and Mark Sloan,
yeah,
and now that's over. So I think season 3 is probably a wash.
yeah, it'll
It's
be
gonna
the
be
last
terrible.
season too
Yeah.
for sure. But I had those two. I did say Rachel Ziegler, who I don't know if you would know her. She was
That's the Snow White
yes,
bitch.
yeah. But Brooke was like, I don't know that she really fits. I said, I think I just really want to see her because I don't know if you clocked this, but I did make you watch the movie. Like Poppy and Alex are in Funny Story, and I'll bring it up when we get there. And I'm like, I think I just want to see her and Tom Blythe like interact together again. And I know if she was in it, he would come back.
Again?
Yeah, they were in Ballad
Snow
of the
White together?
No, they were in the
Was he
Hunger
one
Games.
of the squirrels?
No, he was President Snow in the prequel to the Hunger Games.
Never seen it.
I know you haven't, but they talk so fondly of each other. Like they're both during the entire People We Meet on Vacation tour. He's like, I would just like to really work with Rachel again. And she
Yeah.
was like, I love Tom. And I'm like, I just want to see them interact together. But she would have to like hate him because Daphne and Miles fucking hate them in the book. But Brooke also mentioned Camila Monroe, which I don't know if you would know her. She was Camila in Daisy Jones and the Six, but I don't think you watched that with me. She would also make a very good Daphne, and she's a phenomenal actress. So I would like any of them. But she was just in a Netflix movie too, so she has a Netflix contract. So like that one is pretty.
Okay. Sophia Carson has a Netflix contract too.
See if she.
Do you want her?
Not in Funny Story, no.
Adam Sandler has a Netflix contract. You want him to be Miles?
No, but he would
Just
probably
because they have a Netflix contract doesn't mean anything.
He would make a really good Daphne's dad, though.
I guess. So you said the people from Funny Stories show up in People We Meet on Vacation?
No, People We Meet on Vacation, Poppy and Alex are in this book. I will tell you where they are.
Never met them.
Okay, I was just gonna read to you what I put in our book club.
Don't remember that at all.
Well, because they're not in as Poppy and Alex, and we'll get to that. They use their vacation names, which I don't think you would know. They use them in the movie, but not. Remember how when they're in the movie, they're in New Orleans, and
Yeah.
Poppy is, I'm Gladys, and this is my husband Keith.
Yeah.
And yes, so Gladys and Keith are kayaking with them. And Miles describes Gladys as somebody who woke up and snorted 12 Adderalls this morning. That is Poppy and Alex. They go kayaking with them. and they just use
That's why I wouldn't have paid attention to it.
they
Because
just use
they're
their
random names.
Yeah, they use their we're on vacation names. Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought they were two random people.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely like a nod to her little, because Poppy shows up in almost every single novel that Emily, because People We Meet on Vacation was like her first, and so Poppy and Alex kind of show up in every single book in some way, shape, or form. Anyway, I'll read you my comments up until where I'm at. Chapter 3 is when like you get the whole backstory of like Peter had a bachelor party and then definitely slept with Petra. And I said, I hate Peter and Petra so much. And I did the math. They sent this is when they get the wedding invitation. They sent invitations 5 weeks after the breakup. And one of those weeks, they were on vacation. I said, so Peter will have been engaged 5 months after leaving his fiancée of multiple years. I hate him so much.
Yeah.
That was my first note. How did you feel about that? Did you know it was a fake dating going in? I don't know. Had we talked about that?
I don't know.
Were you surprised when she was like, "Oh, I'm dating Miles"? Actually, like,
No. That's telegraphed from a mile away.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't realize how obvious the majority of these books is.
I don't care.
Like, but that's the thing. Like, it's not like it's, oh my God, a surprise.
Yeah, that's
That's
true.
not really happening.
Yeah.
Because now she's yelling at Peter. They're arguing. He's like, oh, da 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 da, wedding invitation, wedding present, da 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 da. I'm dating Miles. Yeah, obviously you are, bitch.
Also,
you live in his house. Of course you're gonna say you are.
Yeah, that's so true. Like, the fact that they invited them and then when they did RSVP, yes, we're like, are you sure?
Like,
If you
why?
didn't want them to fucking come, why would you invite them, you assholes? Like, that is such, we're so much better than you. Like, we just know they're going to say no. Like,
because it's supposed to be like a common courtesy thing. Like, they're playing the high ground.
Yeah.
Is what they're supposed to be saying.
Fuck around and find out, my guys. That
Okay.
pissed me off. And then I forgot that the bar they go to when they get really drunk and are like, we got to go blow off some steam is called the Meat Locker. I just thought that was funny.
Oh, man.
And
Wasn't it because it was on like in Meat Town or
in
something?
it was in Town.
Butcherville.
And I said, this is the first scene where you like really, I, as a reader, is like, oh, I'm going to fall in love with Miles hard. That was chapter 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that where he tells her that he's a wine boy?
No.
Or is that later?
That's later. No, I think that's probably the same chapter. I do really enjoy when he's like, did you want wine instead? She's like, do we have it? And he's like, are you joking?
Yeah. What are you talking about?
And I also enjoy
He's like, this is from where I work.
And she's like, what? You work?
Do you have a job, you pothead?
I know. Also, for how type A she is, that she has her calendar on the wall without telling him to write his own stuff down, just assumes that he's going to use it because that's how type A she is. I think it's really interesting that she's never once clocked that there is that much wine in their own apartment. Like, I get she's been probably clinically depressed for 3 weeks, but still. Like, you'd think you'd snoop around your new home. At least I would.
Yeah, but he doesn't have it just like sitting out.
Yeah, that's true. She's
It's
like,
in a
it's in a cabinet.
cabinet.
She's never opened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's rude, even if you live there, to go through other people's things. It's his cabinet.
That is true, I guess.
If it's not actively a part of the cabinetry of the kitchen, you're not digging around in it, because old boy is a thrifter.
Oh, I thought it was a part.
I had assumed that it was a standalone cabinet elsewhere because he had all that furniture that he just got from thrift stores.
I guess I would need to go back and look at that. I don't know.
Oh, well, you can look at it, but you're going to have to read it at the same time.
That's fine. Really enjoyed that when Daphne told him that they were fake dating. He was like, yeah, sounds great. Let's take a photo. And then I put their photo on the beach. The cutest couple's photo ever. Oh, no, the one in the kitchen where he gives her the sandwich. I was like,
Yeah.
so cute. And then I said, I put the exchange that Daphne has with Ashley when Ashley's like, "Oh, is that the place with the hot drug dealer bartender?" And Daphne's like, "I don't know, I've never been." And I'm like, "You literally think Miles is a drug dealer and you live with him and you think he's hot. How are you not clocking? These are the same person."
She's dumb.
And then I like that Daphne Ashley's like, "My God, your Miles is this is the hot drug dealer bartender."
Yeah,
And Daphne's like, "Miles deals drugs?" Like, that's her
like,
first response.
And Ashley's kind of like, yeah, doesn't he? Like, come on.
And I was like, Daphne, you live in the apartment with him. You would definitely know if he was selling drugs out of your home.
Maybe. And I like when Ashley starts to gaslight Miles into tricking into getting more wine.
Yeah.
And she just tells him, like, oh, I can't taste it. He's like, here, try it again.
Yeah.
And look for the peachy oakiness of the head. And
Yeah.
she's like, oh, yes, peach and oak.
Yes. Tastes
More-
like spring this time.
More, please. And then she's like, do you think I can just keep getting him to pour more?
Daphne's like, yeah, probably. You definitely can. And then I thought it was cute that Miles is like, oh, BT Tubbs, we are dating right now because Petra knows this bitch at the bar and we have to sell this shit all the way through.
Well, doesn't Daphne say, oh my God, you told her we're sleeping together?
Yeah, and he's like,
yeah, I told her we're boning down in the back office right now. What the fuck are you talking about? No, I didn't tell her we're sleeping together.
I know. That is why I think he's my favorite, because he's so funny, because she'll ask questions like that. I'm like, yeah, 100%. Daphne, no, are you fucking stupid? I just told her we were dating. I think she just inferred the rest. Daphne's like, oh, okay, got you. And then I got to chapter 11 where Miles is like, I'm dyslexic, I can't read. And she's like, so listen. He's like, audiobooks count? She's like, yes, they count. I'm a librarian. I would know. And I was like, she said it. She would know. 100% correct. Thank you, Daphne, for that. If Emily Henry wrote it, it must be true. When he goes, they're like both drinking, and it's like they'd had that really charged moment. They've faked kissed because Peter fucking showed up.
Mm-hmm.
It's like right after that, she can't stop thinking about the kiss, so she gets up to get water in the kitchen, and Miles is in there drinking water, and he's like, do you need something? She's like, nope. And she like turns around and walks out. This is the point in the book that I was really like, I wish this was a dual POV, because I think Miles is in the kitchen for the same reason. Like, he also can't stop thinking about it. And I was like, this is the one time where I'm like, I wish Emily Henry did dual POV, because she doesn't. She always just writes from the heroine's point of view. And I'm like, this would be such a good.
Did you just call her the heroine?
Yeah, that's what she is. She's whatever you want to call it.
She's the female lead.
Yeah.
She's not a hero in any aspect
in my mind,
whatsoever.
She saves Miles from himself. She's a hero. I like their little Sunday dates. I thought those were so cute, because he's like, I'm going to make you fall in love with this town, and you're going to stay here with me forever. And she's like, no, I'm definitely leaving after the read.
I want to go. I have a new job lined up. Bye.
Yeah.
Is that where they start? Where do they go on to get meat? They get hot dogs? Is that what they get? What was that thing? What's the first one? Don't they go get hot dogs or nachos?
They get asparagus.
Asparagus?
Yeah, they go to get asparagus from the stand, and that's where you meet the lovely lesbian couple that does the farming. That's the first one, and they make...
Oh, I'm not talking about that one. I'm talking about the one at night where they go get the special fries and shit.
Well, yeah, that's when they decide they're going to start doing
That's
their
the one
Sunday
where they
dates.
decide they're doing the Sunday dates. Because
Yeah.
I think that's when I texted you, because right prior to that is when somebody, I think Daphne's talking about some shit, and she said that somebody was having a Dungeons & Dragons tournament.
Yes.
To which I texted you and said, I'm going to have to DNF this book because that's ridiculous. Unless there's some underground world of D&D tournaments that I don't know about, and then I could possibly be wrong, but there are no D&D tournaments. And then you got mad at me, and then I said, oh my God, Daphne's nipples just tightened.
Yes.
Because that was the sequence of events.
Yeah.
Her nipples were tightening under her shirt.
Yeah, so they go to Cherry Hill, and Ashley goes to bang that man that's obsessed with the band Fish. So Miles has to take Daphne home, and he's like, do you want to go, I think, for a milkshake? And then he's like, well, you have to get fries from this place. And she's
Yeah,
like,
they get the weird fries.
Yeah, I've
whatever.
never heard of this before. And he's like, how have you never heard of this?
Yeah.
And then that's when you find out that Peter is not only the fucking worst, but he's a gym bro on top of it. And, like, only makes chicken and rice for her every day. And she's just, and she's like, well, I'll just eat this because I'm not cooking.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
He did all the cooking. And she said, I don't know how to cook. Peter did all the cooking. And yeah, they went to work out together all the time, and they just cohabitated. They just were at the gym at the same time, and all that bullshit.
Yeah. So then, then they start their little Sunday trips to make her fall in love with the city. And then we get to chapter 17, which is one of my favorite chapters, which is senior prom.
Top 50 chapter all time.
Top 50 chapter all time. It's senior prom. And just Daphne taking so long to realize that it's a senior citizen prom. I just think it's hilarious because it's also July. So, like...
Well, she clocks that immediately.
Yeah, she's like, how was our high school prom?
And there's a child valet.
Yeah. So, this is my favorite because Miles really... Like, he has 2 tickets, and obviously, as the reader, you're like, oh, obviously, he was planning on taking Petra to this. But even as the reader, I was like, there's no way she shows up. And then, obviously, she shows up for the plot. But he just, like, takes her...
With Peter.
Yeah, and just does such a good job, like, helping her with getting sponsors for her readathon, because even though he's only known her for, at this point, like, 2-3 months, he knows how important it is to her, and he knows that, like, this is so important to her. She wants to leave so bad, but she refuses to leave without doing this fundraiser.
Yeah.
And he just, like, tees her up so nice and, like, really does a great job of, like, introducing her to people. And, like, this is where Daphne is really like, okay, I love him so much. I'm not, like, this is not just I want to sleep with my hot roommate. Like, I think I might be genuinely in love with him. And then fucking Peter and Petra show up. And I, re-listening to this, pissed me off so much that Petra goes in and hugs her. Like, girl, you went to her fiance's bachelor party and stole her fiance. You're lucky her gut instinct isn't to punch you in the face.
Good riddance.
Like,
Favor.
She did do her a favor, but, like, the audacity to hug her after you tried to invite her and then disinvite her to your wedding.
That's when you fight a bitch.
I kind of wish she would have, honestly, because my money's on Daphne with her ball of anger that she has. Yeah, this whole exchange was so great because I'm like, I bet you this is what started to, like, devolve Peter and Petra, because, like, she realizes that Peter's such an ass for no reason. And then, like, they're watching Daphne and Miles basically fall in love. And I feel like this is the beginning of the end for them. And I kind of wish we got, like, a side, like, short story of their... I've never rooted for people to downfall except for theirs.
Yeah. And Miles basically keeps taking Daphne over to the corner and says, let's start kissing. And just for fun.
Yeah.
Maybe we could kiss about it.
Yeah.
And then they make out multiple times.
And then she freaks out.
At least once, where he makes sure that Peter's looking. He says, hey, Peter's right there.
And he's like, when you leave, look left. And Daphne's like, I love this man so much. And runs away. Because she's like, she's just very insecure. I mean, she's watched her mom not date, and her dad is the worst. And, like, throughout the book, you just realize that she just really has, like, a lot of unprocessed trauma that she needs to work through.
Well, and in this moment, we got to backtrack slightly, because they just nearly fucked on the couch, like, the night before?
No,
it was before that, though. And
it was
and
like
the whole
one of the weeks before.
Yeah, whatever. The whole reason she runs away is because she says to Miles, "You only want to kiss me when Peter's around." What, was he watching you guys in the cuck chair through the window? You're fucking on the couch.
Yeah, but she took the whole conversation that he had where he's like, "This is a bad idea. I don't want to hurt you." She just internalizes that as like, oh, this was just us being lonely, and Miles thinks that this was a mistake. He doesn't actually like me.
No, they're fucking on the couch.
No, I know that. As the reader, you know. And, like, Miles is 100% in love with her as well. But she takes him being like, I don't think we should continue, or I don't think we should take this further as like him not really wanting to, when in reality he's like, I actually like her so much, I'm gonna fuck this up if I sleep with her. But she doesn't know that.
They were fucking on the couch. She's a big old dummy. Her nipples were tightening. Obviously.
That's a biological thing. That's not really
Obviously,
something.
they were in love.
I don't think you can do it on cute. At least I can't. I don't know.
I don't know. Things were happening. They were in love. They were fucking.
Yeah.
Don't run away after a kiss in front of a bunch of old people and 2 young people.
Well, they did that. They made it on the couch. He was like, I don't know if this is a good idea. And then his little sister comes and lives with them. So they haven't. This is the first time.
She doesn't walk in the door.
Well, no, he leaves, though. He leaves to go pick her up.
Yeah.
And then, well, I'm just saying, and then they're not alone again at all until prom. Like, they almost sleep together on the couch. Hands are in pants. And then his sister calls like 3 times and is like, hey, I'm here. Can you come pick me up? I'm at the airport. And he's like, no notice, no warning, you're just here? Yeah. I'm also going to sleep on your couch for the next undetermined amount of time. This is the most little sister energy. I like his sister a lot, and I love that his sister and Ashley become like best friends. I just got to I didn't obviously finish rereading the whole book, but I just got to the part where she's like getting all of these packages, and Miles is like,
oh, that part was funny because they're all standing there and they say, what are all these boxes? What is? And I think
like
Miles,
5. She's like 5
it's
massive
huge boxes. And I think Miles turns to Daphne and says, what did you order? She says, I thought you ordered something. And then they look at it, and old girl just has the return address is her name with her Chicago address and the new address of her name at Miles's apartment. And she walks in and Miles says, what are you doing? She says, well, I need some of my stuff.
My essentials is what she calls it.
My essentials. I had Raquel email them here.
Email them?
Yeah. I had her electronically mail them to me.
Yeah.
And he says, why?
And she's like, well, because I can't interview for jobs without my good blazers. And he's like, what is going on?
Yeah, they just could not fucking connect the dots at all. Just get to that point.
Yeah, where he's like,
hurry
what do
up
you mean?
already.
He's like, what do you mean? Why are you interviewing for jobs? She's like, well, I have to get my own apartment. I can't live with you forever. And he's like, I thought you were leaving at the end of the week. She was like, oh, no, I'm not doing that. Thank you so
anymore.
much.
No, maybe next week.
And then she buys an air mattress. And then, what did you think about the closet of dirty little secrets that Daphne had?
Oh, with all of her wedding stuff?
Including her wedding dress.
Well, I mean, what are you going to do with it to a certain extent?
I personally would have just left it at the house, I think, when we were, like,
I guess,
if I had to move out of the house, like, you're going to have to deal with all of the wedding stuff. Although, I bet
you'd probably at least want to take the dress just so you could sell it.
Yeah,
get the
that's
money
true.
back for it.
And honestly, it's better that she took it because, if she had left it, they definitely would have used those for their wedding on Labor Day. Or whatever it was. I mean, they're throwing a wedding together in 5 months. Although they're both supposed to be like stupid rich, so they probably have a wedding planner. But
yeah, it wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah, but she does end up selling all of it, and then that's kind of where I finished on my recap. I just missed. I know her dad's coming next. That's the next thing that happens. Is her dad shows up and he is the literal worst. Like everything you've learned about her dad so far, 100%.
I've met worse.
Well, that's fair. Like, is 100% spot on. He just comes and goes as he feels and does not. He knows nothing about his daughter, and it's so infuriating.
No, because there's that whole situation that he. Oh, where were they? Were they fishing? What was it? He misremembers something, and she says that never happened, and he says, "Oh, it was exactly like this, this, and this." And I just assumed that meant he was going to be slowly devolving into insanity and was losing his mind, and that's why he came back, that he was dying. But no, he's just a fucking asshole.
He's just a narcissist.
And didn't actually know what happened. I was reading deeper into it than really, because then he just leaves with his stripper, girlfriend.
Titanic girlfriend.
Yeah. Yeah, they were Jack and Rose in past lives.
It's always my favorite when, like, crazy shit like that happens in books. Like, she's like, oh, in a past life, we did this, and then describes the plot of Titanic. And as the reader, you're like, is this a fucking joke? And then somebody in the book is like, yeah, that's just the plot of Titanic. What are you talking about? And you're like, thank you. I feel validated. Thank you so much. Because that doesn't always happen. Sometimes, like, characters in books will say crazy shit and nobody reacts in the scene. And you're like,
No, that's why there's certain books that you just kind of lose it because people don't have normal reactions to things that get said. And it really can throw you off
it really
sometimes.
can. I mean,
It'll get you.
Yeah, I could see people, like, DNFing for that because it would just, like, piss you off.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So her dad's the worst and he leaves. And then the readathon happens. Well, her and Miles getting it. Oh, Peter shows back up before the readathon, right?
Peter? Yes.
Yeah, before the readathon.
Yeah, because Peter decides, I fucked up. My name's Peter, so obviously I'm going to ruin something. Him and Petra split up, obviously. After a 3-month little fling of them being like, hey, we were best friends for 18 years. Let's fuck for a couple months, see how this rolls.
Well,
and then they both realize, I don't love you anymore.
Or probably
I don't love you anymore.
Or probably never did.
No, they didn't.
Yeah.
No, and I mean, Peter basically says that, but good for Daphne on basically immediately shutting that down.
Yeah.
Instead of giving the whole runaround like you'd probably get in
real
life or a lot of other
romance
novels that are just going to let that happen.
Well, I just think it's so funny that, like, you listen, because you hear Daphne's point of view. So, like, you really get an insight of, like, Daphne and Peter's life together. It was very structured. Like, obviously she's very type A.
They scheduled sex.
Yes, they scheduled everything. Like, their life was scheduled to a T. They would save. They would do this, da-da-da-da. And then you find out that, like, the real reason that Miles' sister never moved back sooner was because Petra is the flightiest person to ever exist. She just is, like, super spontaneous and is like, oh, we're going to go on vacation, and then I want to stay for the next 6 months. And it's like, that relationship doesn't pan out well. Like, when you have such vastly different philosophies of, like, how you want to live your life, it's just not going to work. But it's so crazy to me that, like, Miles and Petra dated for a couple years, and his sister clocks that she's the flightiest person in the world. Daphne and Peter date for a couple years, and, like, she knows how structured and, like, rigid he is. They're supposed to have been best friends their entire life. Like, how do you not realize as best friends that you're fundamentally incompatible?
Because they're trying to fuck.
Okay. You're probably right, but what an elegant way to put it. Get out of here with those hand motions.
Trying to boink.
Yeah. Although I guess that dynamic is literally Poppy and Alex, so maybe that's...
They're trying to bone down.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
Yeah.
Bone! Yeah, I mean, that's literally all it is.
I know, and then Miles is, like, so shocked that she doesn't even consider taking him back, even though at the very beginning of the book, she's like, no, when people show you who they are, like, you listen, and I would never... Daphne is, like, fucking stone cold. She tells you immediately,
I will never, and Miles says, maybe.
Miles is like, I think about it.
Maybe I'd take her back. Why not? Maybe.
People make mistakes.
Maybe.
And I'm like, I don't think you ruin a whole ass wedding. And then, like, just chalk it off, which is what Peter would like to do. Yeah, but then she's, like, super in her feelings and super insecure that Miles does actually want Petra back. And I'm like, baby girl, what does he have to do to show you that he loves you that he has not already done? Like, what are we talking about? And then the readathon happens, and it goes amazing. And I love it.
As it should.
I really, every time I read this book or think about this book, I'm like, why are we not doing this at every library branch ever? This sounds like the best time ever. I would love to take Sebastian to a readathon like that. I think that would be so, because they had adult stuff and they had kid stuff all night. It just sounds so fun.
Let's talk to the libraries.
We should talk to the library. I'm going to go in and be like, have you guys read Funny Story? I think we have some things
Have
to
you
discuss.
heard about our Lord and Savior, Emily Henry?
I should start talking to people like that. Emily Henry and Sarah J. Maas.
Dressed like a Jehovah's Witness walking around with a book.
No, I'm going to dress like Emily Henry and just...
What, like a horse girl? Yeah, okay. Yeah, go ahead and do that. See how that works out.
Yeah.
That'll pan out for you.
I think so.
Yeah, so the readathon obviously goes great. our boy Miles shows up.
Ugh,
Even though they're in a little bit of they're in a
tiff.
fight after
Yeah.
everything going on. They don't truly break up or anything like that. I
No.
wouldn't say. Not that they had officially really said they
Yeah.
were still fake dating
Yeah.
at that point, but you knew it was real. It wasn't just for the
They'd
insurance
fallen in
money
love
at
for
that point.
real. Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't a scam. So Miles does show up, and she silently sees him. Is kind of like, yeah, that's my bitch. I love you.
Never gonna stop loving
I ain't
you.
never gonna stop loving you, bitch. So that happens.
Yeah, and
That's
then
fun.
I remember reading this the first time and being like, there's still so much book left.
Was there? I didn't
Yeah,
look at the
like
frame at
there
that
feels
point.
like so much book left, and we have not like I feel like we've resolved most of the things. Like Daphne and Miles are together at basically the end of the readathon. They're like, okay, we're gonna do this for real, and it just like keeps going. And then you realize that Daphne's bitch ass promised Ashley she was gonna help paint her room,
Oh, I forgot that
and
was.
then
But
doesn't
that was
go.
before the readathon, though.
Was
Wasn't
it?
Yeah. Because doesn't Ashley go to the readathon?
Well,
I
yeah, because
think.
she works at the library. She has to go.
Oh yeah, duh. But I think that was before. Because she makes up with her like at the readathon and then talks to her.
Oh, I
Because
thought
it
it
was
was
her whole
after.
birthday thing. She goes with Miles somewhere, and
Oh,
that
with
it's
her
with her
dad.
dad.
Her dad shows
Because
up.
her dad shows up, they go out and do all those things, and because when she's telling Ashley, she says, "We went and did this," and then Ashley, "Oh, we, huh?"
And that's when Ashley gets pissed because she
Yeah,
thinks that
and then
Daphne is a wee girl.
yeah, and then she starts bringing all the treats and everything to her.
Yeah.
So yeah, they've made up by the
Oh,
readathon.
that's true. And she goes and paints her room that gaudy pink,
Yeah,
I
the color
think,
that she was supposed to do it. She breaks into her home.
on poker night.
Yeah, they set up an impromptu poker night with
Mhm.
the old folks to get her out of the house, and she's not happy about it.
No, she knows they're
And
fibbing.
what was her son's name? Something really fucking stupid, like
Oh,
Sling Blade or something.
yeah, it's some like comic book character.
Mordecai, Mung,
I wanted to say Mordecai, but I know that
Mal,
that's wrong.
Maleficent, Mal,
I'll
Mung,
just look it up. It's okay.
Man, Repairman, man. Did you ever watch all that?
No.
No, that was one of the best characters. Kel Mitchell, he'd pop in. Repairman, man, because he did his own echo. So he was Repairman, but it was man. Yeah. Pierre Escargot. His name was so fucking dumb. It starts with an M.
It was from the X Files. It's
Oh, Mulder. Yeah,
Mulder.
God, I fucking hated that.
Mulder, yeah.
That was embarrassing.
Yeah, it's from the X Files.
I know.
Yeah.
At least it wasn't Scully.
Yeah.
But still, stupid ass name.
So, yeah, the readathon happens. They make up. They realize they want to be together
They
for
fuck.
real. And then the epilogue is
Yeah,
my
and,
absolute favorite.
funny story.
I loved that part. I
I
thought it
know you
was
did.
so cute. So, spoiler alert. I mean, I feel like we spoiled all of the books. You shouldn't listen to this unless you've read it. Or, like,
Every
don't.
single episode is a spoiler because all we
That's
do
true.
is tell
Talk about the books, yeah.
exactly what's happening.
But they invite a new person. Who gets a new partner? Is it the older guy? Yeah, it's the older guy at the library.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Morgan Freeman man.
Yeah.
I know they won't because he's way too expensive, but I like low key wish they would cast Morgan Freeman.
No.
They won't. But anyway,
not
he's
gonna
like
happen.
he's like a Morgan Freeman voice. That's how they refer to it in the book. He has a new lady, so they invite him over to Daphne and Miles' new home. They're out of the apartment. They have a home together, and they're all like sitting around the table. They're all friends, and the new girlfriend is like, "So how did you two meet?" And they're like,
Well,
funny story. And it is a funny story, and I eat it up every time, and I love it so much. It's my favorite story.
well, you can call me Kay.
Yeah, you can call me Kay. Yeah, so that was a funny story. This is my favorite. I feel like this movie is gonna break my heart. I'm really nervous about the casting of this one. And Emily Henry wrote.
We know.
I know. And Emily Henry wrote this one, so I'm also a little nervous about that.
She wrote all the books, yes.
No. She's right. She wrote the screenplay for this movie.
I know.
Okay.
It's called A Joke.
As we learned earlier today, sometimes I don't know you're
Sometimes Megan doesn't pay attention when people are saying things.
Oh, why don't you tell your joke again? Maybe it'll go better in person. Your riddle from earlier.
This was like they said this in my book like 8 times.
Yeah.
When is a door not a door?
Yeah, and I thought we were talking like literal, like when you asked me when does a cup become a bucket?
Yeah, when does a cup become a bucket?
Or like when does a hill become a mountain kind of thing? And
I mean, those are philosophical questions.
I want you to know,
about.
I saw your text and like stared at the door in my classroom for like 2 periods.
Yeah, when is a door not a door?
So my answer,
I didn't even know what the hell
was
you were
very
trying to say.
philosophical, and I was trying to say when when it is no longer able to be used for its intended purpose. Like, I was trying to be so diplomatic.
You were so literal about it. It's like, when it's fucking broken. It's like, when is an escalator not moving anymore? Oh, when it's broken.
And then what was the punchline? Or the riddle answer?
It's when it's a jar.
When it's a jar, yep. And I was like, I would have never gotten there. I thought we were being like, this is like a trick question.
It is. It's a riddle.
Yeah, so, that's true.
It's just like Eddie Dean's favorite. How did the dead baby cross the road?
I'm not going to like this.
It was stapled to the chicken.
Oh my God. Anyway, on that note.
That's Eddie Dean for you.
We get to spin the wheel. Can't wait for it to land on another one of my books.
Yeah, I know, right? All right, so this week we've got, we added Circe last week.
Yes.
Academic Affair the week before.
Yeah.
So we've got Fairy Tale, Circe, Trust of the Emerald Sea, The Husbands, Evil Tangled, Legends and Lattes, Wild Robot, Academic Affair.
I just hope whatever book we get that you actually like this time.
I know. I gotta try and weight this thing so that way. You ready?
I'm ready. Oh. Jesus.
I didn't hold it tight enough.
Big money, big money, big money.
Big money, no.
What is it?
It's yours. It's Legends and Lattes.
Of course it is.
But I'm fine with that.
Is this how Brooke feels all the time, just being like God's favorite?
I think it is.
God, no wonder she's so happy.
So, Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree, the first of at least 4-book series.
Oh my God, I know this. I'm gonna stop picking books that have series because the amount of series I am behind on. I have to finish the last 2 Darker Shades. What else? The next book in the Cerulean Sea. I just feel like I got all these like series backing up. But unlike you, I have to finish. I have to finish.
It depends on how good it is, if I care enough.
No, I have to.
Let's see. I wonder. I want to check and see if Travis Baldree narrates
his
as
own
well.
book.
I would assume he does.
I thought you told me he did.
Yep, read by the author. Oh, I didn't tell you this one, but I knew that he did. He narrates some of them. I don't know how many of his own, but he's Raoul the Crab in not The Butcher's Masquerade, not This Inevitable Ruin. Oh, Eye of the Bedlam Bride. He's Raoul the Crab. He is in This Inevitable Ruin for a minute. Mm-hmm. But yeah.
And you like his voice?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
No, I mean, he's playing an exaggerated, like, caricature of some, I don't know exactly what kind of accent he is for Raoul. Mm-hmm. But yeah. Every time I've seen him, I like him.
Can't wait to find out.
Yeah.
What it sounds like. All right.
So, Legends and Lattes for next week.
Yep, and then I got to figure out what other book we're going to read next because it's just going to be
you got to add another one. Or have we hit our 3 threshold since my last one or no? Because that's what it was before, was that if we hit 3, I got to add another.
So we did Kiyoshi.
I can't remember if Kiyoshi was...
We did Kiyoshi, and then we did...
So we did Funny Story, House on the Cerulean Sea, Touch of Darkness, right?
Yeah, so
And Kyoshi was before that.
yeah.
So I get to.
You get to add a book because you're so bad for somebody exclusively spinning the wheel. You're just always spinning my books. You know what it is? It's because you love me so much. Just deep down, you're like, I gotta give her a book.
Yeah.
Just gotta let her pick a book. Yeah. Hey, at least I've been trying to pick books after the first round that, like, I do think that you will also enjoy. It's not like I'm just, like, picking, like, the smuttiest, dirtiest books. Like, I do think when we read Academic Affair at some point, I think you're going to really, really like it. Because I've heard really good things.
Have you even read that one?
But I've heard really, really good things about it.
Well, now I got to think of what I want to put on here.
Heated Revelry.
You mean Game Changer?
No.
You just want to listen to.
Hop into the second book.
Oh. A cocktail Hollander.
Oh my god. You know, it was. So you posted a video on TikTok, like on your personal TikTok, about shooting the turkey, and you're like, I'm gonna get that turkey. Turkey better get out of my house.
Yeah.
And someone was like, does Book Talk know about you? And I was like, ma'am, calm down. Like, that man is married. Chill out.
I said, spread the word.
Yeah, and she was like, and then she like tagged or
She just hashtag Book
Talk on there. And I was like,
that-
baby girl, go through his feed, because there are, I think it's the same TikTok that you like read your books on. You still got to read that cousin book for that lady.
I already read the bit for her.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did that 3 years ago.
I don't remember that one, but
Probably because she didn't want to watch it because
the subject matter made me uncomfortable.
I should put that on here.
No, my God, it better have an audio book.
It doesn't. It's like 120 pages. It's basically a short story.
That's true.
All right, sign it out for us. Send us home.
This has been TBR Together. I'm Megan, and this is Jake.
Oh, fuck off. Oh, fuck.